think this is all what we've been waiting for tonight. Someone is a bit nervous, so if you can put your hands together for one Christopher Jolley.
That's got more last night, that's funeral.
Shut up. Taxi for Jolley.
And again, here we go. So,
Shut up, man.
when Mitch asked me to do this, I thought what I'll do, I'll analyse the reserves season. Because it's been quite comical with 5 own goals yourself and losing about 8-0 is a bloody good result for us, but you know, I couldn't do that. I'd probably come off this stage the most hated man in the club I probably am already. But listen, I'm not a bullshitter, am I? But then again... biggest bullshitter.
Lying. Stop lying.
Even now he's going on about it, bless him, but we love you, Danny. We love you for it. That paintballing you organised was fucking fantastic. And, the Formula 1 that I won, since you're a bullshitter, I might as well do it. The Formula 1 I won was fantastic as well. I appreciate my trophy. I took it with great pride. The trophy, not anything else.
You're sure these in here?
Wow, that's awful. So, I mean, to be fair though, we'll go on a little bit about the reserves. I think the most embarrassing thing about the reserves this year was we were playing Old George Inn, the Pikeys. And I was playing left back for once. I actually got 90 minutes. And their Pikey striker ran straight past me. Now, I'm not the fastest player on the team, I don't pretend to be. And he beat me. He beat me for pace, he beat me to the ball, he beat me everywhere. In his caravan. I saw this dodgy mullet shooting past me and I thought, bollocks, what can I do? But luckily my manager came to my rescue, because that's what a manager does. He flagged for offside. At that moment, I won't lie, I would have bought a beer. And so he flagged for offside. Now, like a complete muppet, I'll mention no names, but Nick, thank you very much for this. Nick played the guy on side. I didn't see the flag go down. Mate, you're offside. Fuck for that. Mate, you're offside. I have never seen a pikey take a ball and steal it and give it back. So he passed the ball back with quite a fuming look on his face. I thought, let's be clever. I'll flick the ball up, this is going to look good. I flicked the ball up, I caught it, I heard the whistle go. I put the ball down to take the free kick. The ref has come over to me laughing. Ref, what's wrong, mate? Is it cut the yards back, cut the yards back? No, you're giving away a penalty. Of what? You're giving away a penalty. I'm meant to book you, but I'm not going to. Why tell me? Because now I feel even worse. So, I gave away a penalty, but in my defence, I think I was the only player on our team this season to catch the ball in the box, was my pork chop. I'm so pleased that one went down well. So after that I thought, wow, well, I got a lot of abuse, and to be fair I think John should take some, but as a true manager, no, it wasn't my fault. So again John, that bit's gone. So I decided maybe football's not for me. It took me 23 years to realise football's not for me.
Nick, stand up.
I've got one reply, but Stephen scares the shit out of me, so I'm not going to say it. So yeah, after 23 years and my first year of 11 aside, I did actually sign on for Revo the previous year, but Kieran thought I was that bad, he never used me even when he was a sub himself. I even Facebooked him a few times when he said, wow, we've got 11 players, I'm buggered. I can play, I got nothing back until pre-season. Jolley, I'm starting a reserve team, do you want to play? So, I then decided to go on and find a new sport. Unfortunately for me, I'm dyslexic, I don't understand sport. My sport was blood sports. But I never knew that was coming. I didn't want to mention the name, but well done, Danny. Since most people went to school there, but it's sort of ironic, everyone went to school there and now knows that as blood sports. My word here is fantastic. So yeah, I decided to play blood sports. I never was good with periods, which is why I flopped my history GCSE. And that was one of those nervous laughs where, do I laugh, do I not, but let's make him feel good. So yeah, I flopped my GCSEs, but my life at school started when I was 5 because that's when it happens. But one of the first things I remember at school, and it's kind of what got me into performing. When I was 10 years old, now let's bear in mind at 10 years old, as a lad, you're a little bit self-conscious, aren't you? And they said, we're having a school pantomime at Christmas, because that's when you have them. And I'm surprised I got a laugh, that was awful.
That's why we're laughing.
You can always count on your friends, can't you? That's my landlord. I'm sleeping on curbs tonight. So, 10 years old, doing a school pantomime, they're doing Cinderella. And I thought, yeah, crack on, you know, I'll play buttons, you know, he's a little saviour. I did want to play Cinderella, but it gets worse. So, I auditioned, and what you had to do a monologue, and you had to sing a song. 10 years old, I decided to do a Mr. Man book. I done Mr. Bump. I like Mr. Bump, I still like Mr. Bump. I decided to sing a Boyzone song.
Oh dear, it's getting worse and worse.
Unfortunately, in front of the whole school, and amazingly, I got the words wrong. So, they cast me, somehow. Why you screw up your lines in an audition and get cast, I don't know. Bearing in mind we're doing Cinderella, I got cast as a gay Aladdin.
That's great.
Probably the toilet flushing someone off. Yeah, so I played gay Aladdin. What's that?
Oh, rubbing up your chain. Stop!
Again, this is my landlord. I say anything about him, I'm sleeping on curbs tonight, so for this purpose, I love you.
I won't worry about that.
Or a park bench. So, yeah, I was playing a gay Aladdin, but it gets worse. At 10 years old, I had to wear my sister's purple dress.
Oh. You loved it. It's in my closet right now.
I don't wear my sister's clothes anymore.
You're a liar. Liar. Lift up your wing. You see your box.
I probably don't make a good claim. I really should have thought about what I was wearing tonight. So I had to play a gay Aladdin, and I had to run down the centre of the stage, and yeah, it kind of stuck me. And at 10 years old, this is where the gay jokes came from, where everyone thinks I'm gay. I'm not gay. But I just want to put that out there. So anyway, I've gone through all my life. Everyone thinks I'm gay, and I don't really get it. Still, no, well, the one thing I fear is hecklers, and I've got nothing prepared. This is bad. So yeah,
Started so well.
It's not going to finish long. But how the gay thing developed, I've got a mate, Jordan, really close mate of mine, great lad. And the way he introduced me to his mum at the age of about 18 was, "Hi mum, this is Jolley, he's the gay one." This was his mum. Right, the first time I met her, I'm like, wow, could have said anything else. I'd rather have been a drug dealer. But, so, for 6 months I was ringing his house phone because I wanted him to come out drinking, and for 6 months, all I heard on the other end of the phone was, "Jordan, this is Jolley, the gay one." I still am known to his mum as the gay one. So, after about 6 months, my mum got really worried about this. And she sat me down and she said, "Look, I've got to ask you something. I really have to question you on something." And I'm thinking, what have I done wrong? I haven't stolen anything. had a fight with my sister, I haven't smashed any windows yet. And she said, look, whatever the answer is to this question, I will love you no matter what. And I'm thinking, wow, this is a bit deep, I've never had this conversation. I've got to ask you something. Are you gay?
And you replied yes.
My reply, now bearing in mind she said she'd love me, she'd support me through everything. As quick as a flash I went, Mum, why do you think I smoke? I love fags in my mouth.
Jolley, amazing! All that build up for that.
To which she replied, get out of my house, I don't love you anymore. Not as much as your mum, because we've all had her.
Twice!
In 2 minutes in your case.
It's free with your mum!
You're the reason her business went down. She also caught AIDS.
Chat later.
But anyway,
Age joke is always funny!
what's that? What was that?
Because age joke's always funny, isn't it?
This time I'm quite sure nobody's got AIDS in this room, so I can probably get away with it, unlike the last joke I told. Brilliant.
The taxes are wrong.
That's right, you're old, you're 30, I understand you've got to go home. Sit back down. Little man syndrome has kicked in. Fantastic.
Curves.
My mum eventually did kick me out of the house. It took her a few years longer, and the way I got kicked out on a Friday night, I went out drinking, I thought it was appropriate. It's what you do on a Friday night. I went and got a kebab. And I got outside the house, and my mum has a go at me if I throw the kebab in the bin. So I threw it in the recycling. I don't know why I threw the kebab in the recycling, but in the morning...
Should have given it to me.
Yeah, I was going to say pork chop probably would pick that up.
Hold on, there's no probably, he would have done it. There is food, this man will eat it.
Recycling, just regular garbage, don't matter.
It doesn't matter what food it is, pork chop will eat it.
Raw bacon.
That was nasty. That raw bacon one was nasty.
Especially bits of me. But another way up as well.
Anything tastes to you. So, yeah, she kicked me out. It's in the morning, the dog beat me to the kebab and ate it. I always heard kebabs are evil and come back at you, but has anyone else been evicted because of a kebab? Wasn't. You got evicted for a kebab?
From Kebab Elite.
No, you got evicted with a kebab. I got evicted because of one. There's a massive, massive difference. But luckily, I had, I'm going to say good friend, but after the last 5 minutes, I'm going to change mine. Gareth took me in. Now,
Was that through the RSPCA, wasn't it?
so, yeah, Gareth took me in. It's over there, it's quite degrading. So yeah, Gareth took me in, and I've learned a few things from Gareth. You know, obviously he's a lot older than me, he's been in the world a lot longer than I have. I've learned what a fridge of champions consists of. 8 cans of pint Fosters, a Domino's pizza, and empty shelves.
Kaboom!
And occasionally if Martin buys food, we get food, but they're strictly his. And so yeah, I mean, I've learned a lot of Gareth, and one of the things I quite enjoy, like living with Gareth, is the drunken conversations back from the pub when he doesn't get taxis. And one of them recently, I went for a job interview for sales and recruitment. I didn't get it, so whatever. Cheers, mate. That's my career down the toilet. And so one of the questions they asked me, bearing in mind we're in an interview, this woman says to me, if you were an animal, what would you be? I'm an animal, what would I be? What kind of questions? That's get a job. And I came up with 2 answers. And the first one, I went for the professional one. I said, well, I'll be a light. What was that, because I'm shit?
He said giraffe.
So my reply was, the sensible one was, I'd be a lion. And she went, well, why? And all I could think of was the Lion King. And I was trying to say, because I like Simba. Well, I thought, no, I best not, that's probably not going to get me the job. So...
Rafiki, man!
He looks like he's drugged off his nut. If I said I wanted to be a Rafiki, I never would have got the job. So I said I wanted to be a lion. She said, why? It's obvious. They're the king of the jungle. They're the one everyone wants to be around. They're the motivator. They're the leader. She went, that's a good answer. I know, because I just gave it.
That's why you didn't get the job.
And then she said to me, confidence. And then she said to me, well, I'm intrigued, what was the second one? So I said, well, I'll be a monkey. Rafiki comes in. And she said, well, why'd you be a monkey? I said, well, everyone loves them, they're random, they're jokers, you know, everyone wants to watch it, you know, they're funny, aren't they? And everyone wants them in the office. Get out. So I was telling Gareth this, and he said, well, they were stupid answers. I said, well, what would you be? He said, well, I'd be a snake. Why'd you be a snake, Gareth? Well, because they're slimy, they're slithery, they're evil, and I've got a big bite on me. Okay, he said, I agree with the lion. But the last one I would have been, and I'm going to leave on this, I'll be a panda. A panda? Why? You ain't got black eyes, nothing's wrong with you. I eat shoots and I leave. That's that for now. Thank you very much.
I think we'll have a new band next year, I think. Seriously, thanks for joining us. It takes a lot of balls to get up here and try your comedy routine in front of everyone. Another round of applause for Jolley.